No wonder Envo sales are ramping up. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. So Envo ads are showing up on Neo charging piles on the poles in little videos, just like when you go to the gas stations here in America and you're pumping your gas. You see little ads running, little videos. It was genius. Whilst non-Neo users use our chargers, which is about 80% of EVs using our charging piles are from non-Neo users, because 80% of Neo users use battery swapping. Just a little bit difference in the intellect. Well, anyway. So this is bringing a lot of awareness to Envo yet again. This is why Dr. Shen Fei is the man to lead Envo. Whilst all this is happening, registrations data released Tuesday showed that the electric vehicle brand Neo recorded its best sales week of the year in China, with 6,500 units registered between April 21st and 27th. And this is with, I did not add the Envo, I did not add the Firefly, which just started yesterday. I did not add a lot of different factors that comes into play. But the 20% jump from the previous week of just the Neo brand, not the Envo, was mainly driven by higher volumes of the 5-seat SUV, the ES6, the station wagon, ET5 touring models. But wait, it gets better, guys. It gets better. The Shanghai-based premium EV brand sold 2,460 units of the ES6 in the week of April 21st to 27th, up from 1,900 units the previous week. Yes, you heard that right. Sales of the ET5 Touring also rose to 1,900 units compared with 1,800 units recorded in the third week of the month. And we all know some of the incentives are helping to push them out until our new models come out. But that's where the news gets a little bit yummy for the tummy. The company's founder and CEO William Li said in February that Neo's best-selling models, the ET5, ET5 Touring, and ES6 is our best-selling models, and the EC6 would get a 2025 refresh version. Yes. With several interior changes such as horizontal screens and Neo's in-house developed autonomous driving chip ditching Nvidia. You heard that right. And only now, well, take a look at this clip, guys, and then we shall continue.
Reports this morning that Chinese tech company Huawei is ramping up to test its newest and most powerful AI chip, which would be a competitor to chips made by Nvidia. Christina Partsinevelos is here with that story to evaluate the threat. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Mike. Well, U.S. chip sanctions aimed at slowing China's AI progress just really appear to be unraveling. The Wall Street Journal, like you mentioned, reports Huawei is preparing to test its new Ascend 910D processor, Ascend, I should say, as an alternative to NVIDIA's premium offerings. But despite being blacklisted since 2019 and losing access to critical chips, Huawei really has innovated through this system-level design. So not necessarily the most advanced chips individually, but once they're layered on top of each other, they're much stronger. And according to SemiAnalysis, their solutions now outperform NVIDIA in several key metrics. Wall Street has definitely taken notice of this shift, with analysts reducing NVIDIA forecasts due to China revenue concerns. JP Morgan estimates that NVIDIA could lose roughly $15 to $16 billion in 2025 revenue. Why? Because of U.S. export controls. In other words, just losing revenue completely from China. Meanwhile, Huawei continues growing domestically, planning to ship over 800,000 chips this year to companies like ByteDance. NVIDIA shares are facing pressure, though. This is likely more connected today to Chinese AI model DeepSeek's version 2, which is expected to be released earlier this week. You can see shares down over 2%. And that DeepSeek will enable more efficient AI models on lower quality chips. In other words, you may not need the most advanced NVIDIA chips. But for NVIDIA, this does represent a potential permanent shift in the global AI chip landscape as it loses ground in what was once a key growth market. Guys?
All right, guys, welcome back. But I've been saying this since last year, since early last year, NVIDIA is in trouble. But Wall Street was saying it's a great buy. This is why I've always told you guys the way the game is played. It's a game. And they play the game in order to pump it up so their boys on Wall Street can sell while you're buying. So now what's also yummy about this news is we are upgrading our best-selling EVs. It's going to come with the Shenji God chip. It's going to come with the horizontal screen and so much more for in-house tech. So we choose our best-selling models and upgraded them. Genius. This is why the CEO said profitability will be sudden and it will be massive. And the shorts will get caught unexpectedly and not just lose the money they've made from shorting the company, but their own capital as well. It will be a beautiful day. Ahead of the launch of the new versions, the coupe SUV EC6 reached 860 units versus 663 the prior week, and the ET5 sedan with 630 units sold up from 586. Excuse me guys, deliveries of the flagship sedan ET9, a lot of people have been asking me about that. Have I heard anything? Deliveries of the flagship sedan ET9 increased from 250 units from 212 in the previous week. The company began volume deliveries of the model in the late March, with William Li handing over several keys to key executives during the Shanghai Auto Show last week, including CATL and ZF chief executive, including XPeng CEO. Models including the ES8, ET7, EC7, and ES7 were grouped under the Others category in the latest chart, which totaled 350 units, down from a combined and as initially reported by CNEV Post. Deutsche Bank released a new research note on Wednesday where the analyst Wang Bin expects NIO Group deliveries to reach 25,000 units when including both sub-brands Envo and Firefly. But I expect it to be much more than that. And I'm not going to go into the whole article, guys, but we get to see the numbers of the ET9, and we know each ET9 sells for a little over $100,000. And if we're selling that much in 1 week, this is what actually William Li said he would be happy with. But we should see that increase as well. So I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, blah, blah, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the game is played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.